Hey Buns, well, I have a ton of patch 5.5 news to share with you today. In case you missed the live letter 63 last week, don't worry, I will get you up to speed. The trailer, of course, for the patch is out, and I will link to that in the description box below. Though be careful, as always, with patch trailers, there might be some minor spoilers in there, so just be warned if you're not up to date on your story quests. Today I'll be referencing the unofficial translation that's been provided by the Final Fantasy XIV subreddit Discord. As always, thank y'all so much for your hard work in translating this stuff for the community. So the live letter started out with Yoshi P and Morbol celebrating 22 million Final Fantasy XIV players, and for reference, they were celebrating 20 million last July. If all those players were Viera, that would be enough Viera to wrap around the moon 4 times. Well, actually, no, you'd be about 809,108 bunnies short, assuming each bunny is about 6'2". But that's fine because there's extra bunnies on the moon already. This patch will be split into 2 parts, the first part coming April 13th and part 2 at the end of May, and as such the main story quest will be split as well. This story is going to be setting us up for events to come in Endwalker, and Yoshida said that they actually had to stuff the patch trailer with a ton of battle scenes because almost everything was too spoilery to show. The new dungeon that's related to the Amalja will of course support the trust system as is standard, but it does make me wonder, are we going to fight the Amalja directly? Like, if I'm viciously, gruesomely attacked by an Amalja, is he going to be like, Amalja? They confirmed some overall number adjustments, specifically saying that they're going to buff Dragoon and Warrior in places that felt insufficient. These buffs are going to be small, like 1 or 2%, and as far as I can tell, Warrior and Dragoon were the only jobs directly mentioned in the live letter, but it seemed a little unclear. Like, I guess we'll have a final lowdown on all the job changes in the patch notes, so keep an eye out for that to see if any other jobs are going to get adjustments. We really won't know till then. I do recall from an interview that I covered last week that they won't be nerfing anyone, so don't panic there. Triple Triad will get an update, so some cards will become easier to obtain. This is huge news for anyone that has suffered with the horrible RNG of getting some cards from NPCs. They've been real stingy with their cards in the past, but it seems a fix is coming, so I guess the cards won't be stacked against you anymore. Explorer mode will soon add level 70 dungeons, and you can use instruments in there, so you can do the flute while looking cute, I guess. The Rainmaker hairstyle will be added to the gold saucer as a prize that you can buy with MGP. I'm glad they decided to not put it on the Mog Station after all. Yoshida said that the Regalia, the Final Fantasy XV 4-seater collab mount, might be added to the gold saucer at some point in the future, maybe. So, I mean, I hope we get some confirmation on that. I know some people are really tired of waiting. You will no longer have to go to Gridania to get your achievement rewards. This is actually amazing because it looks like you can just claim your rewards straight from the achievement window. I think this is going to be a lot more accessible for new players that didn't even know you have to go see Jonathas. Jonathas, who looks like will be out of a job, at least partially. He will still be in charge of veteran rewards. They mentioned that collision detection will be updated, and the explanation was fairly complicated. Though one of the translators provided a pretty good technical explanation of what was said. I will show it here on screen if you just want to pause it, as it's kind of long. But basically they updated the collision detection so the game can better tell where your character is in relation to stuff your character should definitely not be moving into, like the floor or walls. I think this is probably to stop botters from like getting themselves into the floor and walls like they had been to ruin PvP. So I guess soon they'll be bouncing off the walls as intended. Yoshida showed us the intro cutscene and the starting arena for the diamond weapon trial, though he couldn't engage because he said there's something that happens when the battle starts. He also said that we were flying on the G Warrior for this, so I don't know if this thing's gonna transform into a mech battle or what. They said that in the Japanese version of the game, these trial fights have been called Ruby or Emerald Weapon Destroying Operation, but this time the new fight is called Diamond Weapon Capture Operation. So I don't know what that means. Are we gonna keep the diamond weapon this time instead of obliterate it? Maybe, since we're going to the moon, we're gonna need to use its diamond hands. We saw the new diamond weapon mount, the new gwibber, plus the other new mount that you get for collecting all of the trial gwibbers. It is some kind of robotic dragon. It's like a mecha meta mount. And you can see here that they have updated the target marker design, finally. So first of all, there's going to be little arrows added to show you which way the boss is facing. And second, the placement of the big arrow lets you know whether or not the monster has positionals. Here's another example of a monster that doesn't have positionals, and you can see how his target circle will change. You see the arrows showing which way he's facing, and the big one on the inside, meaning no positionals. For a monster that does have positionals, the big yellow arrow will be on the outside of the circle, just like now. So it's pretty nice quality of life changes, especially for boss or relative strats. The Tlebin and Ishgard will periodically have skyrise celebrations to honor the Ishgard restoration happening, and during these periods, locals will hold feats. A feat holding party. Sign me up. Actually, I have been told it's pronounced fet, but if so, how do you explain the screenshot of a Hrothgar holding this Moogle's feats? Any road. These festivals will take place about every 2 days. 24-hour celebrations with 2-day break intervals in between. Yoshida said that these are events for crafters and gatherers, similar to normal fates. You'll get a little present box depending on your contribution, and there will be rewards inside. But as if we didn't already know what that meant, Yoshida went ahead and confirmed, adding, "It's a celebration. Of course there will be fireworks in these boxes as well." Which has me a little worried. What about the confetti and the magic prisms? Don't forget those. In any case, that's a whole lot of celebrating and partying at a time when, like, by all accounts, according to the patch trailer, all hell is breaking loose in Eorzea. But I guess that's pretty on brand for Ishgard, isn't it? We got to see a live demo of the PS5 version of the game, showing off genuinely fast load times, better UI assets, and of course, Yoshipi's face. So yeah, Yoshida was like, we could just show footage, but that could be fake, right? It could be pre-recorded, right? So what we do is, we have this 4K screen in the dev team. Only issue is, the stream is 720p. The material is 4K, but the stream is 720p. So to overcome the challenge of presenting the beauty of 4K on a 720 stream, Yoshida literally put his face on the monitor for comparison. Never changed. Never changed, Yoshida. He was reading the chat and he was like, I have clean skin? Oh, thank you, but that wasn't the point. This just in. The PS5 version of Final Fantasy XIV gives you soft, glowy, dewy skin. You will be able to log in on the PS5 version as soon as the servers go live after the 5.5 maintenance, and you can download the client before servers open. There is a free trial version for the PS5 too. If you don't care about that because you play on PC, well, I've got good news for you because the PC load times will also improve, assuming you have an SSD. As I said, they improve the connection between clients and servers. While showing the PS5 stuff, we got to see the new search function being added to the emotes list, as well as a new bonfire minion, which does not hop around like a bonfire, but is rather stationary, like a pillow minion is. Morbol said that it would be like a horror game if it followed you around, which, I mean, yeah, I guess it could singe some people's tails. One thing I've been asking for years now is more true gill syncs in the game, and people seem to misunderstand this. Like, a gill sync isn't just an expensive thing that you buy off the market board, because in that case, you're just giving the gill to another player. I felt like the game has needed a way to delete that gill so that their gill will be worth more. And I think that's healthy for the game economy. So right now, the only gill syncs that we have really is housing, which is hard to buy. Like, even if you want to spend your gill on it, it's difficult to. And the other one is like taxes that you pay on the market board, which is a small percentage of every sale. So I've always thought that gill sync mounts would be a fantastic solution for this. And I've been kind of mad every time they added a new mount to the Mog Station rather than, making it something that could be healthy for the game in the form of a gill sync. Well, my cries have been heard, and we're getting not one, but 2 gill sync mounts, one of them being the Golden Serpent Aranka, and the other one being this hilariously obnoxious Golden Namazu that shoots out gold coins constantly. And hey, I guess being a catfish mount, It'll be a real gill sink indeed. Yoshida said that these will be not only 1 or 2 million gill, but very, very expensive. He said the 2 mounts will be different prices. How much? We don't know yet, but I guess we'll just have to scream and save. Another live demo that we got was to show off the NieR Alliance raid. He couldn't show us much because spoilers, but we did see some things that'll look familiar to you if you played NieR Automata or Replicant. We also saw the new glams, which are various NieR cosplays, all looking fantastic. Though I think the one that I'm most excited about is the Popola glam. So we'll soon have Popola Popotos. That will be popular. Unreal Titan is leaving us, and Leviathan will be the new Unreal Trial. So I guess you should seize the opportunity while you can, because it's limited time. As for the new Save the Queen zone, Zadnor, this was a brief update because we're not getting that till part 2 of the patch, which isn't till the end of May. So because of that, I'm going to breeze through this pretty quickly as well. Like, we can worry about that later. But to enter the new zone, Zadnor, you'll need to finish the 5.4 main story quest and the 5.45 Save the Queen story quest. Unlocking Zadnor will unlock the last stage of the Resistance weapon. You don't need Resistance rank 15 to get in. You just need to catch up on story. And there's progression after rank 25 if you want to be really strong in there, or if you want to help yourself get stronger for Delubrum Savage. You will be able to enter Delubrum Savage with less than 48 people, but you need at least 24. So no 60-man Delubrum. And when you're not picked for a duel, you'll have a better chance getting in the next duel. But the biggest question on my mind was, are we helping the bunnies this time? Are we going to help the Hrothgar again? Or is this the time to help the Buns, the Dalmascan resistance? And Yoshida didn't say anything about that in the live letter, but that's fine. Because if you look at the patch trailer, at 38 seconds in, you can see Fran's beautiful backside. So at least one bunny will be around. The question is that just her? Or is there going to be a whole fluffle of bunnies? That is actually the word for a group of bunnies. Fluffle. We got a super, super tiny sneak peek at the ultimate raid that's coming in 6.1. That is after Endwalker, and it is just a regular passageway that I don't remember at all. Next topic. We're getting some new housing items, like an absolutely massive liquor cabinet. I assume originally scheduled to release with Ultimate. Apples, cup, a Lalafell. Literally all of the Asm Step you can put in your house. The blacksmith house exterior with related furniture, a violin case, a shark that looks like he just told a terrible joke. I guess I have to tell one. What music do you think sharks like? Classical or Jaws? It probably works better if you're British. Classical or Jaws? Anyway, really nice new glamour coming. Gotta say, it looks like she's ready for the sock hop. That is all the game features. So now I want to talk about the various announcements. Firstly, Digital FanFest. The FanFest info site is up, so I will link that below if you want to get more thorough details on what is happening. But according to the site, it is starting Friday, May 14th at 6 p.m. PDT. So for me, that's going to be 4 in the morning. And that's important because the very first stage will be the keynote speech from Yoshida with all the Jyousei and Walker info in it. I will not be late for that no matter how early it is. The event itself will last for 2 days and will involve concerts, a live letter, digital contests, like take a screenshot of yourself at the last floor of NieR and you might win a prize. And in-game Moogle Tombstone event limited to the duration of FanFest. There's going to be G-Post stickers and frames that will only be active during FanFest. And like I'm not going to list every single thing now because you can check it out on the FanFest site, but it's really exciting. And did I mention the whole FanFest stream is free of charge? Most stages will have a translator on the stream, so there's no reason we can't all hang out and enjoy it together. Oh, and Yoshida said that he wanted to do a live Q&A. But get this, we plan to do this in a Zoom meeting, showing everyone on screen. So that's 22 million players in a Zoom call, I assume. Buns, I hope that you're as excited about patch 5.5 as I am. Remember that's coming April 13th, which is, in fact, next week. I'm very excited, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also support the channel for free by clicking the subscribe button or by sharing this video with your fellow Warriors of Light. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!